Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. And I have a 16 by 20 inch canvas in front of you. And most of my tools are clean, but not all of them. And I think I want my glasses that are right there. And I want to do a scape. And I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it, but I've been playing with a bunch of different techniques today. And so I am going to start by giving myself a V where my sky will be. And I am going to use one of my OXO omelet turning spatulas. I'm going to get my paint out of my way, more or less. Looks like there was a little schmutz on that spatula. In any case, so there's my sky V, which will hopefully, with any luck at all, be between something that seems a little like mountains or hills in a few moments. Not so sure I like how that's going. So I have this this paint here in this box, and I have some colors, and I'm going to try and just use it up. I may be sorry, I may not. So I'm going to start by seeing what happens when I use my omelet turning spatula. And then I'm going to throw it in the bucket. Then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to take a piece of acetate that I have cut to a size that I like the size of. And I'm going to use it as a swipe tool. And I'm going to put some Prussian blue in there. I might put a little more yellow, but that's asking for trouble. Really it is. Because I don't want to make a green sky. Let's see, what else do we want in there? Let's just go ahead and put some of that magenta in there. I don't mind that. I also don't mind this. I do mind putting my stuff in my own way, and I want to stop doing that. Alright, so I just mucked that up. So I'm going to go back down to the beginning. Put something in there. I'll wipe all that off on the edge of my canvas. All that being whatever's on the piece of acetate. And that is my surreal sky. Although I really want a little more of that right there. And while I'm at it, let's do that. Let's just use that acetate like the brush I want it to be. And try and change up the marks I'm getting. Yes, it's raining harder and harder. I'm sure you can hear that. I'm going to take all of that and wipe it off on the top of my canvas because it's a similar enough color and it's not completely brown yet. It'll be a good background if I want to add some other colors to that. In the meantime, whoops, I'll get rid of that. And what I really want to do at this point, I wish I had someplace to put my canvas out of the way, but I can't do that. So I am going to pick some colors. And where's my dark purple? And put them in a shovel. Because I can. I've got some gold and I want some gold, but I'm going to take that green. I love that green. That's the color shift folk art green. And I'm just going to keep mixing it up until I get a shovelful. And I do like this. Oh, I keep leaving my tops. Do I want some white in there or some yellow, or do I want that gold? I think I want that gold. And I'm very tempted by some black, but the Prussian blue serves that purpose for me pretty well, and I'm not seeing the black. There's the black. So, I don't know if you can see that or not. I went ahead with the black. I want some purple. And I love that green, so I'm just going to take that green move my container out of the way and hope it doesn't fill up. So I want a clear space to start with. I want to not spill that paint. That's what I want. I want to tip my canvas up a little bit. Let a little bit of that paint run over the edge. I'm just going to let it run right down back into my shovel. And slowly, ever so slowly, or maybe not, I'm going to release it. There we go. So, that's a very steep incline. And I think what I'm going to do is release the rest of the paint coming out of my shovel. And change the course of that paint. I have my Princeton Art Full Catalyst spatulas and an inclination to use all of the paint that's still in there by just putting it on the front of that spatula and dropping it right down. Oh, I don't have anything to waste on the back. So I've got almost all of the paint out of that shovel and I'm not unhappy about it at all. I'm not sure what I'll do about the sky yet, but I'll deal with that when it comes to it. That shovel's going in the bucket. This is different. And I am going to think about using another piece of acetate and maybe it's either going to be gold or it's going to be white. I think it's going to be purple actually. I think it's going to be all of the above. Alright, so I'm going to take a clean area of this acetate. Let it go down over the edge. In a couple of places. And see what I can see, and that would be right up here. And just keep right on doing what I've been doing. Where's that? I think I'll go for a little black. Kind of want some white in there too. I think that's pearl though. I'd like a slightly different color. Maybe just a little bit of that yellow. That's not the gold I wanted. That is a different gold. This is the gold I wanted. It looks similar to you, but it's probably... Okay, I'm going to use the colors I just used on that sheet of acetate right there, because I know agitated paint sells. I don't use any silicone in my paint, but I do use Deco Art pouring medium and Floetrol mix, and both of those things will help you have cells, even if you don't have silicone, which will make beautiful cells. There's no doubt about it. I like all that. I think I'm going to clean off my spatula. Or grab another spatula. Yes. And decide what I want to do down there. I wonder what this yellow and where's the green? Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to try this other green. Assuming it'll come out. It's a different, come on, stay on the tile. It's a different color combination, but it's okay. Not looking much like a Scape to me, but it's kind of cool just the same. I love to see what kind of colors what happens with the color shift when you combine it with other colors, because you get all kinds of different things. And now I'm just free-flowing. And I'm going to take whatever I've got and follow my instincts, because it's getting pretty wet out here, and I think it's just time to play. Playtime. I kind of really wanted that Scape thing to happen, and I guess I'm not done yet, so it could still happen. I want to cover all of this down here, and I don't mind if it's dark. And I've got some Prussian blue. And I think that those colors will work well together, but I'll let you know in a minute. I'd like to change up the texture without getting too crazy about it. That's a little better. A lot more like what I had in mind. I'm just going to take the edge of this piece of acetate and drop the paint right off it onto the edge of the canvas. It makes me want to fix this up here. I have what I want here now. That's making me happy. I have a whole lot of paint on the acetate, and I don't like wasting paint, so I'm going to take my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula and scrape it right off, if you can see that, and use it, because I've got some other beautiful stuff going on. I'll swear I don't want to take too long at this, but I might want to use my acetate again too, and rather than wash it off and try and dry it, I might as well use that very nice metallic gray paint. So that's cool. Now I can just wipe it down a lot more easily without a whole lot of other paint on there. She said optimistically at best. So I got a lot of paint in my way again. And I have a vague idea of what I might want to do to that sky, hoping it's still wet, and thinking because it's raining, maybe I'll have a chance to save it. If I would take all of the paint out of my way, that would be even better. I really just want some white in there. Is that strange? I guess it is. I want some white and some yellow, and I don't know why. Did that work? I'm not sure that that's something I'm going to say worked. I have pink. Don't necessarily like pink, but pink does some interesting things to other things. And hopefully, if I've saved things before now, I can save this too. Oh, and wow, okay. My roof is leaking like crazy right down onto whatever is below it. And this is not terribly convenient at the moment. Find something to dry this off with. Over here, I have a rag. Alright, I'm almost ready. Let's just press that acetate right down onto the canvas and figure that I can probably make that green go back where it belongs, more or less. Not sure what that looks like. Not sure why there's a big white space in the middle of it. Is it a scrapey moment? I don't know. Maybe it is. Let's use the clean side rather than looking for something to, let's put some paint on there. I want some navy blue, which is basically Prussian blue. And I think I'm going to indulge myself in some other blue. And I have some paler blue still, or I did when I started. There it is. Got it. And it's not open, so it'll take me a second to open that. And how much acetate do I have left? I still have some clean side. So I'm just going to use that. There we go. Now I'm getting somewhere. And just drop my acetate right in there. I'm having a Northern Lights show tonight. It is what it is. It's getting very, very wet out here. It's time for me to call it a day. I press on that sheet. I have a shot at making it cover. If I go too much further, I'm going to be sorry. I would like a clean spot, but my hands are getting very painted and I'm going to have to go rinse them off before I'm even done. Alright, so I'm going to take some of this paint. Tell you I've got 2 minutes left. And too much paint on my acetate. Not to want to put it on my edges, but I'm still going to throw this right into the bucket in a second. Because I just... And then I'm going to torch. Although I see this here and I want that to blend in somewhat better than it does right now. I kind of need to look at that. And in order to do so, I'm going to have to move some paint out of the way. So that's okay. That's pretty wild, actually. I don't mind that at all. I have some marks here that I think should go away. Please come out. Just even a little bit. Thank you. I'm going to keep wiping off that spatula. I see this down here and I kind of want, I originally wanted 2 directions, but I like what I've got and it's pretty cool. So I'm not, whoops, that was a lot more of that than I expected it to be. But I'm not unhappy with that now. That's much better. That's what I wanted. I've got Northern Lights. I've got green in my sky. Do I want that green in my sky? I don't know. Now I've got yellow in my sky. Yellow and green. Okay then. I think must be time for some of that. Right there. Perfect. And a clean spatula. Yes. Alright, so I've got 1 minute left now to tell you that you should shop my Amazon link for the new book called Because I Can. And I have Pinterest and Instagram and Facebook albums 1 and 2 volumes at the bottom of the description under the paint pouring recipe. I do sell my artwork if you'd like to know about it. Just take the file number off of the title. And if you look at the end screens in the last 20 seconds of the video, you will see that there is a playlist with 450 videos on it. Please give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind, and watch as much of the video as you can. It helps me out more than you can know. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate all the contributions over time, and if you want to join a contest, contribute to the studio and you will be included, and if your name is drawn, you will get to choose one of 3 or 4 paintings. And this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expression Studio Gallery in the backyard, and it's a very rainy day and it's been kind of strange, but a little bit lucky too, and I love you guys, all of you. Bye for now. This is Priscilla saying, Priscilla out. I'll be fixing my edges for a second. Bye for now. I'll see you soon.